Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so daylight is not a small thing that we are hearing. They say after the, Abefe Oba ritual, that those people who represented the Ooni of Ife also came with a crown. Okay, they said in English it is called the midnight crowning. One of the traditional rituals that is also required of the Ooni of Ife to do. Okay, they say it is called Ikaju Orisa Fon Olo Lufe. Okay, so I don't know what that is also, but they said that they had to go with that crown to crown Olori Naomi, which Naomi accepted fully from the depth of her heart. They said in Yoruba royal tradition, a crown is not merely an object of royalty, it is a physical embodiment of ancestral authority. Okay, now divine selection and spiritual identity. When a king sends a crown, especially one that has touched the sacred shrine of Oduduwa, it is the ultimate plea, a gesture of deep reverence, submission, and longing. This particular act by the Ooni of Ife is called Ikaju Orisa Fon Olu Lufe. That is what they say it is called, the night. Okay, they say it is the night offering of the crown to the beloved chosen one. They said in the dark hours of the night, under the silent blessing of the deities, the Ooni of Ife arranged for a sacred royal crown, not one commonly worn or given to be sent in secrecy and humility to Queen Naomi. This crown was not just a symbol of royalty, but a powerful spiritual token carrying incantations, chant, and royal pass down from generation of the monarch. Now, before I go further, I do know that a lot of us who are hearing some of these things that are happening will be wondering if Naomi wants to become a traditionalist or what, and why is she involving herself in these things. But it's important to understand that you need to distinguish between values. Okay, the husband is a traditionalist, and and Naomi is a prophetess. Now, if you know Naomi as much as I do, Naomi has never ever at any time agreed to be a part of leave her own belief system to go and become a traditionalist. But one thing that we need to be clear with is that Naomi's husband, who is the Ooni of Ife, is a traditionalist, and no matter how you want to look at it, okay, they have been bonded by blood covenant and whatever. Okay, and so you may want to do that, give that distinction or separate it, but you cannot separate it that much. Ooni of Ife believes in something. Okay, so now, for those people who come to the comment section and they keep saying that, why is Naomi agreeing to some of these things? Now, I want to ask you a question. When Naomi and the Ooni of Ife first got married, did you see those times where Kabiyesi would stand, at the pulpit and be, praising God and all of that? Now, Kabiyesi's people were also asking the same question that we are asking. Why is Kabiyesi agreeing that Naomi would drag him into her own, belief system? But it's important to understand that when people agree, or, love brings them together, we have to, not just say, never, never. You have to tilt a little to the right, tilt a little to the left. Now, Naomi tilting a little to the right or tilting a little to the left does not necessarily, mean that she has abandoned her own belief system. She is just being a wife, a woman, a submissive woman, and I do know that God understands that. So they said, Ooni of Ife, some of the rights that was given to him to do for Queen Naomi that were never carried out, they have already started carrying it out right now, and they have done the first one, Ibefe Oba, and right now they are doing this very one again at this Ikaju, something like they have also done it. So Ooni of Ife is also making several efforts to mix up with his own obligation so as to get his wife back into his life. And for those of us who are saying that Naomi should move on, Naomi should move on, you know my stand concerning this. If Naomi decides today that she is leaving the Ooni of Ife, trust me, Delaram, I'll be with Naomi because I love my Naomi. But the thing is that right now, maybe she has seen a reason to want to be there because the man has made so much effort, and Naomi understands the dynamics of African royalty, especially a big one like this. Maybe she is just trying to do what she needs to do, so please, we shouldn't judge her. I will not want to digress much. They said that the Yoruba royal family believe that crown Ade Ase, okay, carry Ase, the divine energy of command. No two royal crowns are the same. Each is consecrated with specific herbs, prayers, and rite. The crown sent to Queen Naomi was especially consecrated Ade Aye Ayabo, okay? Ade Ayabo crown, the crown of earth's return, okay? Used only in matters of sacred reunion. It is reserved for situations where a monarch seeks not just a wife, but a divinely aligned consort, okay? Whose return will restore balance to the land, to the, palace, and to the spiritual vibration of the kingdom. And they say this happens to be why this very ritual was also performed. I want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to my mommies in the house. I think it's about, I think it's up to 4 days or so I haven't given you a shout out. And when I don't give shout out to this, my mommies, no, I don't even enjoy my videos because I love you guys. I appreciate everything you do for me so much from the depth of my heart. This is Del herself saying, Esheo Adukeo, my people. I'm giving a shout out to Mommy Abe, the mommy. Mommy Oye Yemi Fasakin, Mommy Titi Layo Luayeye, Mommy Tony Uzo, Mommy Joyce Undubueze, Mommy Kende Adeniyi Bizabi, Mommy Bizabi, Mommy Elizabeth Ogunrede, Mommy Taiwo Ali Balogo, Mommy Tony Bell. I appreciate you guys so much from the depth of my heart. If we have new mommies in the house, please, I'm going to check it out over the weekend. I love you guys. Your contributions to my life will, bring forth more fruits to you. May God bless you. May God make his face shine upon you. May all that you desire come to pass, and may your children and your children remain blessed. You'll be blessed with long life. You'll be blessed with prosperity, and you'll be blessed with good health. God bless you. I am grateful, my mommies in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am humble and I appreciate you. Now, they said this sacred midnight act was performed in the absence of crowd or press. Only selected, palace elders, the chief priests, the royal emissaries, and the Ooni of Ife were involved. The sacred crown was, first taken to the Ikaju Orisa, the inner chamber of the Ife palace, where ancestral spirit and consulted. There, the Ifa priest chanted prayers, offered kola nut, poured libation, and summoned the spirit of past kings and queens who once guided the throne in times of emotional and spiritual crisis. Okay, and they also say after the rites were completed, the crown was wrapped in white clothes surrounded by cowries, honey, salt, alligator pepper, and palm. And palm. Okay, each item representing sweetness, purity, clarity, and protection. A royal letter written in ancient Yoruba proverb and signed with the Oni seal was placed beside the crown. This letter was not a simple message. It was a spiritual covenant, a written vow of honor, loyalty, humility, and restoration, promising that Queen Naomi's return would not only be welcome, but also honored with full recognition, peace, and exclusivity. This is what we are hearing. They said the crown was delivered by night through a royal female emissary known as the Aya Afin, wife of the priest, a title reserved for women of noble birth who are trusted to carry spiritual messages between the palace and the queen's lineage. This woman, trained in ancestral protocol, carried the crown with her head bowed, covered in a white veil, speaking no word on the journey. She was accompanied by silent, guards at a a palace priest who ensured the path remained spiritually clean. And they said that same crown was offered to Olori Naomi. All of this, Ooni of Ife is finishing his own ritual to ensure that he gets his wife reinstated completely, so that no elder will come and say, you did this one, you did not do this one, and all of that. That is what the Ooni of Ife is doing, everything that is within his power to avoid. Ooni of Ife is in that place where he is ready to get his wife, whether people like it or not, right about now. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.